Hello all and welcome to Crochet Designs. My name is Mary, coming to you with Midweek Live. Midweek Live. I don't know what I've done here. Let's raise this up and bring that down. How's that? Oh, no, that's the wrong way. She'll get organised in a minute, guys. Is that better? Maybe a little bit more. And there we go. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. She's not organised. You know what? I used a stand about 10 minutes ago and the lighting is no good. Again, talk amongst yourselves. You know, here we go. Here we go. She's getting there. Almost. How's that? Does that work? And no one's on anyway. I'm arguing with myself. She's arguing with herself, guys. I don't know if I said hello. We'll do it again. Hello all and welcome to Wow Crochet Designs. She's finally almost ready and I hope everyone is well. Hi Lou, lovely to have you here. Lou, everyone, when you do pop in, pop your live chat and not your all chat. I'm sorry, pop your live chat or your all chat, not your top chat, or you will not receive them all. Beautiful Middle is in the house. Why are you arguing with yourself? I couldn't get anything to work, Middle. I couldn't get the frame to work. I couldn't get the lights. It's all happening now. It's all at once. That noise too. Hi, Fluffs. Hello, it's Saturday. Is it? No, it's Wednesday. What's my name? Ask me a harder question. Can I help you? I don't know. No, it's Wednesday. Did I put Saturday on the did I? I did. I might have put Saturday. I might have put Saturday. It doesn't matter. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. No, it's Wednesday. I might have put Saturday on Instagram's post and on Facebook's post, and I might have put Wednesdays on today's post on YouTube's. Look, I don't know. It doesn't matter. You're gonna ask me my name, quick. Beautiful Raylene. Hi, Raylene. Get excited, guys. Tomorrow's the day where we upload part 3 of our Illusionize Me blanket. Now, to be fair, it's done. I literally finished it. When was it? Might have been about 15 minutes ago. I was rushing to get it all done, which is why I wasn't organized. And I was rushing to get it all done. And it's done. Now all I have to do is edit it. There's a lot to edit. Just heads up. I try to be very thorough for you. Yes, you did. I've been confused all week about the days. You just blew me out. It doesn't matter. Hey, Fluffy, honestly, I didn't know that one of the Saturdays before Easter, I need to take off the live as well. I don't know if it's Saturday before. It's a 14th. So I need to take the 14th off the live and Easter Saturday off the live. So no lives on the 14th or Easter Saturday because, you know, my days are all over the place. The 14th, I need to go to the doctor's. That's that. And Saturday, Easter, obviously, Easter Saturday is a little bit difficult for me because I'm going to spend the day cooking and cleaning house, getting ready for Easter Sunday because Easter Sunday lunch is at my house. Just for fun. Just for fun. I got 2,000.5 million people coming. And of course, all 28,000 if you would like to come. I live around the corner from you all. How's that? No. It's bad enough I have to cook for family. Oh, how naughty am I, guys? I just she's so naughty. All right, so the week has been all over the place, so we won't worry about that. I did also finish the St. Patrick's Day project, but I'm going to hold that out until Friday now because it was finished this afternoon, but I haven't taken any photos, haven't done anything, and that's just going to happen on Friday. Now, the only reason is I could do it tomorrow, but I want to put the blanket up tomorrow because that's the actual day of the blanket. So I'm going to put the blanket up tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day project up on Friday. It's a very small project, heads up. It is a very, very small project for St. Paddy's Day. So I hope you like it. It'll be quick and easy, and I hope you like it. That's it. That's all I want to say about that. And our blanket, that video tutorial took me an hour and 20 minutes to do, right? I can probably cut it down to 55 minutes, maybe. But I'll see. I can fast forward a few more sections because there's a few sections that I repeat myself. So I can fast forward that bit, but you still need to see it to show you how to do the sewing, and you can slow your settings down for you. Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much it. I've been working on that all week. It shouldn't have taken that long, right? And then I thought on Tuesday I had nothing to upload, so I did a silly video just for fun, as you do. And it took no more than obviously a minute and a half to do that silly video. Just so naughty. All right, so moving right along. Love it, Easter. I know, right? Easter, Easter. What do? Got to do the Easter thing. Hi, Fluffs. Did I say hello? I did. I've been waiting for the next steps to the blanket coming tomorrow, which is complete today. I do need to spend all day tomorrow editing it. It's a big video. So, but it will come tomorrow because all I need to do is edit it. The photos I can take early in the morning before the sun comes booming into the house, and I can't take any photos when it's too bright. I can't take photos when it's too dark, and I can't take photos when it's too bright. Anyway, so that's going to happen tomorrow, and I know it will because it's recorded and done and ready for next month. Now, I've already washed and blocked my squares for next month too. Only because I wanted to show you the squares you would need for next month. You don't have a lot of squares to do next month. It's a small amount of squares because next month I want to show you the opposite sewing. I was going to leave the opposite sewing until the end of the year, do one sewing all the way through. But then I thought, no, I think it's better to do them both at the same time so your corner patch is ready, and when you do your next row, you'll be doing your row and your next step will be ready as well. You won't understand any of that until you see tomorrow's tutorial. Yeah. All right, so what have I got here? Here we go. Well, that's fun. Just dropped a ball of yarn for a project, no less. Okay. Okay. And Middle says, finally decided on the size I want it for you want to do for the blanket. Going to do the medium, so I only need 2 balls of each color. I chose the yarn. The yarn is 150 grams each. All right. I can't remember how much you need now. You'd have to go back to the tutorial to find out. If I say that's okay, then that's okay. I never remember things. Once they're done, they're done, they're dusted, they're gone. If I have to find out, I have to go back myself and look at either the video or the tutorial or the written pattern somewhere, which I don't have on hand. So hopefully you're correct. Hopefully you're correct. All right, so what was supposed to happen this week was Tuesday, you're supposed to get St. Patrick's Day project coming Friday, not Tuesday. And obviously Thursday, you're doing the Illusionize Me blanket, which is on task, which is good. And we were supposed to do the vlog on Friday. Once again, holding it over to Monday. It's not too bad. At least we're doing it once a month. At least we're doing it once a month. So I'm going to hold it over to Monday. Nothing's happening on Monday. I do have pattern writing Monday. If I get time on Friday during the day to record it, it'll be ready for Monday. So it will go up on Monday. If not, then we'll just have to wait till Tuesday of next week. But Saturday, I've got something in my eye. Saturday, I will, this Saturday, I'll explain exactly what's happening next week anyway. So I don't want to say too much right now. Anyone who wants to know, 200 grams for 4 colors, about 280 grams for the 5th color. Okay. Oh, I'm just agreeing with you. Cheers. I'll agree with anything. Oh, yeah. What? Cheers. All right. Okay. Now, Fluffy, you're waiting for Easter because Easter's item is the color combinations that you chose, which were lemon, cream, yellow, dark pink, light blue, sky blue, and light pink. So you chose some amazing colors the other day. I'm trying to work out how to fit them all in to the project I want to make. There's a lot of colors. She's working on it, guys. Fluffy, I'm working on it. I know, I'll get it. But I won't be able to do anything until after the blanket's done for this month. I don't think about anything until that next part is done. After that, all I've got is the St. Paddy's Day project, which is very small, and that's coming Friday. So I'll have all week next week to think about Easter while we talk about our very next tutorial on Friday, on next week, on either Tuesday or Thursday. Maybe I should just hold, you know what? I might hold the video vlog out till Tuesday, and then I can do a small project on Thursday, and I don't know what I'm doing Friday yet, but I can start the Easter project. We'll see. And I haven't actually decided exactly what we're making for Easter, because I did decide it, but now that there's a lot of colors, I'm trying to work out where to put them. So if they don't fit, I'm going to have to make something a little bigger. So we'll see. Anyway, leave it with me, guys, or I can make 2 of them, which will take me longer. Did I say that out loud? Oh. And we'll talk about that on the weekend or at the weekend, Saturday sometimes. No, probably won't. We won't be able to talk about it until next Wednesday, because then by Tuesday I'll know what I'm doing. I won't know until after the blanket's out and St. Paddy's Day is out. I'm not trying anything until St. Paddy's Day's project is done. Otherwise, St. Paddy's Day project will be too late. You don't want that too late. So definitely this Friday for St. Paddy's Day project. And Saturday, we'll just do a normal live as we usually do. Yeah. And I've missed, oh, that's right. No, no big deal. Chat's fine. Cheers, everyone. On the video vlog on Tuesday, you're going to find out what our very next project is going to be from our projects from last year or from our projects from this year. Okay, so whatever I've decided to make this year, if I want to take a break from last year's and it's a small project, I'll make that first, and then we'll do last year's project. I have a funny feeling that I'd like to do last year's project, one of them, and you're going to see the bags there, and they will be a brown bag, so it's going to be a mystery live antics. So when our lucky subscriber chooses the color combination, they're going to choose out of the 2 bags or 3 bags or 4 bags, whatever it is I put there, brown packs, whatever they are, they're going to choose out of those packs which pack they want. And buffered, but back now. Okay, we're back. So live antics on Saturday, we'll have packs there, and you guys will choose a pack. One person will choose a pack, and then the subscriber can choose whether to open the pack on the live or whether to wait for the tutorial before opening the pack. It's very exciting. Yay. And it's entirely up to the subscriber, really. Now, if it is what I think it is, it may be a part 1 and 2. If I'm going to, depends on what I wrap. So I'm going to wrap a few things, and you guys get to choose whatever it is, and then I'll tell you what we're making. Or maybe I won't. You might know with some of the yarn that I pick. That's all I'm saying about that. But then I think we'll just wait till Saturday for that. Stop talking about it, Mary, because you're going to open your mouth and say the wrong thing. Did she say that out loud? All right. So honestly, we're a bit behind this week. Doesn't matter. Next week, we haven't booked anything. It's exciting. So it's catch-up week. So whatever we don't finish this week, we'll finish next week. But we do definitely making the St. Paddy's Day project. So keep that in mind. I don't want you doing it next week. I'd like you to have it by Friday so that you can spend the weekend doing it. It's a very, very small project. Heads up. Very small project. Quick and easy project. All right? And it won't take you no more than 15 minutes to make, I think. I reckon. I feel bad as one of my stitch antics isn't done yet. Don't be in a hurry, Middle. You're not going anywhere. That's why I said this week we're behind. I was supposed to do the live antics. Let's try that again. I was supposed to do the St. Patrick's Day project on Tuesday. It's now Wednesday, and it won't be tomorrow because we're putting the blanket up tomorrow, part 3. So that won't happen till Friday. So don't stress when things go wrong. Only make sure that you get it done before the actual date that it's due. Like if it's for St. Paddy's Day, you need to get it done before St. Paddy's Day. If it's for Easter, you need to get it done before Easter. Otherwise, it's a bit unfair, and your customers or your subscribers will think, wait a minute, it's too late now. Easter's done. I can make it for next year, but it's too late. They want it now. So whatever it is, if it's for a theme day, you kind of have to get that done. If it's just for a project, like whatever I pick out of there will not be for a theme day. We chose, or I should say Fluffy Kitten chose the colors for Easter there this Saturday, or Saturday just passed, because I knew that we're going to make it over the next week or so. I know next week I'm starting that project. I'm starting it. It may not go up next week. I'd like it to go up next week, but it may not. Yeah. So it depends on whether I want to make what I wanted to make or whether I have to change my mind. I'm just looking at the colors. There's far too many colors to get on this little project. So I'm going to make it a larger project and we'll see. Or make 2 small ones. With all those colors for Fluffy. So yeah, just make sure you get your theme days done. All the other stuff can wait. Your Stitch Antics, they're not going anywhere. Your subscribers are with you. They love you. They love you. And if they don't love you, we don't care. We'll sit in a corner and cry, won't we, Middle? No, we won't. Never have a problem getting them projects done unless we're talking about Christmas. Yes. In actual fact, I find these days Christmas is easier for me than Easter. Easter's a little difficult for me because there's no holidays for me around Easter time. I am working nonstop right up till Easter Sunday. So I find Easter a little tricky to make projects for. However, this year I haven't overbooked myself. So I'm not going to be in a hurry to get the project finished very quickly. But I'll still try and get it finished as close to Easter as I can, giving you the time to make your project. So yeah, Christmas is a lot easier for me because we've finished all of our theme days. The only theme day we'll have left before Christmas is our Father's Day, which happens in September. And then we have October, November, December. I'm lying. We have Halloween, but I don't make a lot for Halloween these days. By popular demand, you guys. I listen to you. You are the ones I listen to, yeah? So we only have really, if you want to say Halloween, we'll say Halloween. But in Australia, that's the final theme day. Everything else is just Halloween and then Christmas. So I'll have plenty of time to do my Christmas projects. Whereas Easter, I find it a little bit difficult. Beautiful Angela's in the house. Hello, Angela. Lovely to have you here, darling. We are ready for tomorrow's blanket part 3. Get excited, guys. Take your time with part 3, guys. Take your time. Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, take your time with part 3. Don't be in a hurry. You'll have a whole month, or 3 weeks, should say, 3.5 weeks, to finish off the last 3 threads I tell you to finish off. And they're that small. So you'll have a whole month to do that. Plus, you need to wash and block your very next set of squares. And I talk about that in the tutorial as well. But it's, well, no, you'll need to make them. And then wash and block. But they don't take long. You know how long the squares take. And there's not that many for next month's. Yeah, because next month I want to show you how to do, we're going one way with our sewing. Next month I want to show you how to do the opposite way. And then you can add the next row of squares. And we're going to do that together. I won't leave you out in a lurch, yeah. St. Paddy's Day and Easter projects are coming out for me with only a few days to get it done by the day. See, that's what I don't like. That's how I used to be. I don't want to be like that. I want to try and get them done earlier. Angela says, I've done my square and the triangles. Yeah, but you know what? I asked you guys to do 2 orange triangles. But when I did the tutorial today, I realized we don't need them yet. So I apologize in advance. You will have 2 orange triangles. You will need them for next month, though. So the bonus is you'll need them for next month. So keep them aside. That's why they're in here. I wanted to talk about that. You'll need them for next month. And also I popped a little notification in my community board post and in part 2's video that you needed an extra orange square. I said make 4 squares, but I only wrote at the end of the tutorial to make 3 squares of orange. But you need 4 orange squares for tomorrow's project to work. So if you haven't done it, make it now. Wash and block it right now to be dry overnight. Trust me. They don't take long. They're small. They don't take long to dry. And I'm going to be honest with you. Remember when we did our, what was it, temperature blanket? Some of the squares I washed and blocked overnight for one project. And when I was attaching one was still wet. It was just damp, very, very lightly damp. Then I attached it, popped it over the couch, and it dried within an hour or so because it was already lightly damp. And partially dried in my hand when I was sewing them together, when we were crocheting them together, because they were crocheted together. But just to let you know, you can also block them if it's tiny little bit damp. If it's almost dry, like you're ready to, wait half an hour or something, just do it while it's a bit damp. But, it's okay. They usually dry overnight, squares. They don't take long. What I do is, if I'm in a hurry to get them dry, I pin them down by 4 p.m. that day. And about 10 o'clock that night, I turn it over, take it off the board, turn it over, and then pin it down. And by the next morning, the whole thing is dry because I've dried one side of it, then I flipped it. And I don't usually do that. I do that if the squares are not really even because I really want to tighten them up, or if I really want it to dry quickly. And sometimes I do that and stick the mat near the door, open the door, and whatever wind that's around on the day can dry them up a lot quicker, and I can work on them that night. This is if I'm not doing tutorials, if I'm just working on squares, yeah? Question about the annual project. Do you say whether you're on each other since there's 5 colors? Whether you're on each other since there's 5 colors. Do you say whether you're on each other if there's 5 colors? I don't know what you mean. Can you rephrase the question? Each other. Did I read it right? What am I doing? Let's put this guy on. Question about the annual project. Do you say whether you're on each other since there's 5 colors? I'm not sure what you mean. Meant to say each color. Oh, did you say whether you're on each color since there's 5 colors? I still don't know what you mean. Zip, Mary. All right, well, say it again. Don't be in a hurry. Type it out nice and slowly. Check it. Say it again, and then I'll think about what you just said because it went right over my head. Whether you're on each color. Yes. You mean when I'm sewing them together? If I say sew the green with the white cream. I keep saying white. It's cream, Mary. So the green with the cream. We do it together. We do the sewing together. The only time I get you to head off on your own is when I've attached each piece with stitch markers. I can't wash and block mine. It will have to be steam. No, that's okay. Angela, steam, wash, block, whatever you want to use is fine by me. As long as it's not really bubbled. I mean, it doesn't really matter because a lot of people say to me, I've been crocheting for 50 years. I've never washed and blocked anything. You don't have to if you don't want to. There's no absolute when it comes to washing and blocking. There is an absolute when it comes to joining these pieces. I'd like you to stick to this join. If you're going to change join, take it undone, all of it, and start again. And join again with a different join, which I will show you if you're interested. Yeah. This join is not difficult. It's just you've got to be careful not to split the yarn, and you've got to keep count. That's pretty much all. Do you specify what color you're onto next for the crochet part? I'm asking because my colors are different. Yes, no. Okay, no. All right. So when you see my pattern from the beginning of the very first tutorial I did, part 1 of the blanket, I gave you the colors of my colors. If you've changed your colors, you need to change your colors to suit each time. Now, I tell you in part 2 what colors to get ready for next month's tutorial, right? Have you done part 1 or you haven't done any of it? No. So in part 2, I say, right, make 5 greens, 6, whatever this is, 2 yellows, 1 orange, whatever. I tell you to make them. Can't remember, right? It's been so long ago. And then you head off on your own. You make those colors, you come back, and then we attach them. So you have to remember what color you changed for my green, what color you changed for my orange, what color you changed for my cream, and whatever the color, the other one was blue. Okay, those were the 4 colors I had, and then we had the white. Yeah, cream, white, I can't remember. Just check the colors that you change on my colors and use those. Yes, like I say, I'm trying to say yes or no. I'm not going to show you the picture because you have to wait till Saturday because that's what I do. We worked on 2 green triangles, 1 green square, and let's just say 1 cream and so on, right? So we attached the 2 triangles to the square. Then we attached the green square to the green triangle, cream square to the green square to the cream triangle, and so on. Okay, so you need to remember what colors you used instead of mine for yours to work. All right. If not, please let me know. If that's all too confusing when you get to part 3, let me know. Wait till you get to part 3. Make sure you know which colors you used instead of my colors. I hope that made sense. Yeah. And what have I got? Just got back. Okay. Angela, yes, everyone's saying hello. Fluffy, yes, yes, yes. Sherry, hi, Sherry. Lovely to have you here, hun. Lovely to have you in. I'm going to have a drink. That confused me a little bit, Fluffs. It kind of confused me, let alone what it's doing to you. Cheers. Just make sure you remember what colors I use to what color you're using. So I would do this: orange, green, yellow, cream, white. I think that's what my colors are. And write yours: blue, pink, orange, gray, whatever. Write yours next to it. So when you see me using an orange, you go to my orange, go over to see what your color is. I would write it down, literally write it down, so you'll know. When you see me use an orange, you use a color that you're supposed to use. When you see me use a green, it'll be on your list. That's a good idea. I might write that down on part 3. Yeah, I might write it down on part 3. Part 4. Part 3 is tomorrow. All right. I got all my wool for my jumper. Oh, very exciting, Angela. It's coming very soon. The sweater, the cardigan. It's actually a cardigan, or maybe it could be a jumper. I don't know. I don't know, honey. We'll see. Well, I haven't made the front panel yet. I want to see if I've got enough yarn for the front panel. Otherwise, it'll just be an open cardigan where it just sits open in front. Yeah. I've left my squares stuck to the board. You mean I can take them off? I left them stuck to the board, but you can take them off. I don't take them off in front of you on the video. So you can take them off. I just left them there so I don't lose them. Or you can take them off and put them in a little Ziploc bag if you like. That's what I usually do if I'm working on blankets for myself. But because this is a 1 monthly project, if I put them in a bag, I know I'm going to lose a bag. If I'm working on a project for myself, I'll pop them in the bag, work on the project, and take 1 square out at a time like that, right? But because we're working together, so I don't lose it, I just leave them on the blocking mat. But on that tutorial tomorrow, you don't see me take them off the blocking mat. They're already off the blocking mat, yeah? Just so you know, yeah? Okay. I've left my square. Yeah, we've done that already. Thanks, Mary. I think I understand. I have a few blues, but some look grey, and I do have a rust that looks orange. I've done pink, white, and orange. All right, Angela, and middle. Just be wary. Make sure, well, let's say this is the orange and this is the cream for me, right? You write on the book, Mary's using orange and Mary's using cream. Angela, put your name there, is using pink, is using whatever color you said there before. Pink and white. Pink, Angela's using the white with the cream, pink for the orange. So you know when to change your color. Now, if you're not worried about the illusional effect and you just want to put granny squares together, by all means, do that too. It's just that it's a new join and I want you guys to try this new join. But have a look at how flat, how nice and straight and flat this square is. I haven't got another one to show you, but these are all washed and blocked. Look how nice and flat they are. When they're not washed and blocked, they bubble everywhere. They like turn up like that. I'm trying to make it look like it's bubbled. They look like that, yeah? But once they're washed and blocked, they give you a nice flat look. That's the only reason why I wash and block, because it looks neater. Not for anything. It just looks neater so that when you join them, it is easier. I have to admit, it is easier to join a square that's already been blocked. Yeah. You can see the stitches better. You can see the little doodahs in there, little loops, the doodahs. You can see the loops better. And in this join, you need to see loops, not stitches. You need to see back loops, top loops, that sort of thing. You'll hear about all that tomorrow, yeah? You'll need to see that for this join to work. I love this join. I say give it a go. Thank you, Angela. I give it a go. I say give things a go. Try something once. If it fails and you know it's so bad, take all those squares undone and then let me know, and I'll show you how to put them together an easier way. You may not get the same illusional effect that we will, but it doesn't matter. This is not an extremely illusional effect blanket. This is a mild illusional effect blanket. So if you see it on a couch somewhere, or if you're looking down from the top, you get that little bit of illusional effect. There is another blanket I'd like to make with us here on the channel. Maybe not even a blanket. Maybe we can make like a cushion or something where we can use the other illusional effect, which is better. Better. Hence the word better. It does work a lot better, but we'll see. Let's get this blanket done this year. If we're in the illusional mind set, let's do another one next year for next year's project. I don't mind talking about it early, but if we're in the illusional mindset, we can do the illusional blanket number 2, or we can give it another name. We can call it second in charge illusional blanket or something weird like that. But I would like to do the other one, which looks better, gives a better illusional effect. This gives a very small, a slight illusional effect. The reason I did these squares is because they were simple, this one. But there is one that looks a lot better, and it's uses triangles instead of square. It's made in a square, but it's got the triangle look. Now, actually, Angela would know this. She created the, what was it? It was a table runner for Christmas. It was called the Candy Cane Table Runner. She created that with us during Christmas, and that also gave it kind of like an illusional effect. So if you check out our Candy Cane Table Runner or our Christmas Table Runner, you can type in those words on Google. Say Christmas Table Runner, Wow Crochet Designs. Put Wow Crochet Designs on, because everybody who's anybody has done Christmas table runners. You can put the word Candy Cane Table Runner, Wow Crochet Designs, and you'll see it. It's a long piece like that, and the colors are like that. So it kind of looks zigzaggy. Angela did that tutorial with us. That's the only reason why I remember, because Angela was so excited about that tutorial. She did that with us. Yeah. Beautiful color combo, says Fluffy. I'm currently playing Yarn Chicken as I lost the second ball. I was going to attach Wish Me Luck. Oh, I lost it, Yarn Chicken, with the V-stitch blanket. Don't you love it? The second either went under the bed or rolled to the, don't they love that too? Did you do a cushion once? I did, but not on the channel, not with the illusional effect. I've done many cushions on the channel. I think I've done 3 cushions on the channel from memory, and we're up for another one soon. What do you reckon, guys? Should we do another one soon? Don't you love it? Listen to me. She's making this up as she goes along. Good luck, Middles. Yes. Thanks, Fluffs. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I've never blocked before. It's fun. Now, I know people say to me, I'm not going to wash a block. I don't like it. But I got to say, I wash and block everything. Except the V-stitch blanket. I didn't get time to block that because I was in a hurry to get the border around on it. But I wash and block everything. I will wash and block the V-stitch blanket now when I get a chance. But I wash and block everything before I attach it. When I made these, I washed and blocked the piece, the front and the back separately, and then I attached it, because it lays a lot flatter. It feels flatter when you are attaching it. It just looks neater. It doesn't do anything like it does actually stretch it if you want it to stretch. It doesn't really stretch. Cotton doesn't stretch, yeah, but wool does and acrylic can. There are some acrylics that won't stretch, but it can stretch, and wool definitely does stretch, yeah. When I was creating the Trebbleberry boxy jumper, I couldn't remember what it's called. I think it was that Trebbleberry boxy jumper. When I made it large, and I spoke to Tom from Tandy Yarns or Tandy Farm, that is, because it was his yarn that I was working with. And after I created it, I got both the fronts and the backs done. I hadn't attached them. And I was talking to him at a function somewhere, and he says, "Oh, it looks great. Looks great. You're doing well." And he goes, that's going to stretch as well. I went, "Oh," because I made it really big. I made it really big on purpose to give you guys. It was a boxy jumper. It was supposed to be big and heavy, right? And he said that's going to stretch more because it's the Polworth sheep, and his yarn stretches more. And I thought, oh, I wish I knew that before, because I made it big. If I'd made it the normal size, it would have stretched a little bit and it would have been bigger. So just be careful. There are some threads and yarns that do stretch, yeah. Yes, and Angela says yes. And Middle says I don't always block. I don't always block when I'm in a hurry to create for the channel, but 99% of the time I do. That 1% is when I'm in a hurry and I haven't got time to block. But I do prefer to block everything and anything. Except, of course, these little booties. I didn't wash and block those. I didn't wash and block those. Have you seen the booties, guys? The pattern is also up on my website. If you would like to purchase the pattern to have your own copy, then it's up on my website. That's been up there for, I don't know, a week now. Yeah. And it's still on special. I haven't taken the special price. It's still a 15% off the price of the booty. And there will be until I do the video vlog. So you're getting extra days because I'm late on the video vlog. So you're getting extra days to get a special. So that's that. And the blanket we've talked about. What else was I supposed to talk about? Let's have a look. I wrote it all down, as you do. That's it. That's all I was supposed to talk about. St. Patrick's Day project coming Friday. Our annual project part 3 coming tomorrow. Get excited. And then next week is a whole new week. We'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about that on Saturday. That will be fun. Fingers crossed. Yes. I know, Fluffs. That's a great name, Mary. Second in charge. The second in charge illusional blanket. The 2IC illusional blanket. The 2IC. There's some fun names that you can give blankets, or maybe we can use the illusional effect for another project, like, I don't know, an outfit. Oh, don't speak too soon, Mary. Or just a pillow. We don't have to wait till next year. We can try it on something else. We could do anything we want to do. Why? Because just like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, and what Mr. What's his name says, we are the magic makers, and we can make whatever we want to make. What are we making? Chocolate. I could do with some chocolate right now. Oh, this diet's driving me nuts. Someone got a Tim Tam. Someone give me a Tim Tam. Can we do a surprise soon? Because I need a Tim Tam. And whenever we do a surprise and I show you the Tim Tams, I open them and then I have to go out and buy a new pack. As you do. So yes, we'll do a surprise very soon. Angela says, still doing my V-stitch blanket. No rush, honey. The border is there for you. It's a little bit easier than the other borders that I've done. It's there for you, ready to go when you are ready. Yep. And Fluff says yes. Yes to what, Fluffs? Everything I said. A pillow, an outfit, I haven't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. My new diet is driving me nuts. Or yes to the Tim Tams. Fluffs. Chim Tams, Chim Tam. Your new diet. Oh, well, I'm seeing a dietitian, so I have to follow everything. I'm in trouble otherwise. Sherry says, I'm working on another red, white, and blue lap gown. I made my uncle one. He loved it so much, and it went walkabout, so I'm doing it again. Oh, that's a shame. Well, at least he gets another one. Does he want the different colours this time? Or no, you just told me your colours. You just hello, Mary, wake up. What was that? Red, white, and blue. Oh, I have to do a small lap gown on the channel soon because there's something I want to make. Listen to me, she's just making it up as she goes along. That's not even on the list. I wish I didn't have water retention. I know, but you've got to drink. Isn't this weird? They say you have to drink to get rid of water retention. It doesn't make any sense to me. Cheers. What's that say? No, he's in a nursing home. Oh, is he? I will make him a nice one and say, do not. You know what you should do? You should make him one that's a graph gown and say, do not touch. This belongs to, and whatever his name is. Nobody can touch it after that. Imagine doing a graph gown like that. Would take you forever. It did make a great difference. Maybe there is something about gauge as well. Oh, I see. Yes, it may be something about gauge as well. Oh, look, I just don't worry about it. I just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, I forgot to take this one out. Oh, no. I can re-record part one. I might re-record part one because I forgot to take this little doodah out. You're so cute. I forgot to take him out. We're supposed to use this guy. You know what? In my brain, I keep thinking that as a Christmas scroll, if you will, and it's not exactly for our blanket. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't use it. I keep forgetting about it. Oh, I might want to re-record part. Re-record the beginning and the end to this blanket. I might do that. We'll see. If I don't have time, I'm not going to worry about it. I might just add it in there. You might see a transition where I add it in there. That's probably a good idea. I'll do that. I'll do a transition and add that last bit in there. That little squarey, 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 squarey. Actually, I have to change it anyway because I've changed the pattern to suit moi so that it's better for sewing the pieces together for you guys. Much better. Much better. So anyway, we're going to be doing our blanket at this stage, one row at a time. But you, by tomorrow, will have 1, 2, and 3 rows attached one way only. The first row is 1 square and 2 half triangles, so that's very short. Second row is 3 squares, and the third row is the triangles added on to the 3 squares. It's not added on the 3 squares, it's added on to the next row of squares. Don't worry about that for now. You will know that when you're doing it, you'll think, is that what she meant? She meant that. We know now. And you can decide whether to use one thread for the whole blanket to sew it together or do what I'm doing, okay? So I will tell you, if you want to use one thread, just use one thread. I'm changing my thread colors. One thread will go all the way through one row. It'll go through the first 4 rows at the moment. 1, 2, 3 rows at the moment. It's the same color, right? Then next week, month, not week, there will be a different color thread because you'll have different colors to attach. And we'll talk about that next month. Such a long, long way to go. So far. Yes, let's have a drink, everyone. Cheers, everyone. All right. Now, the next part to this blanket will be the 2nd of April. Now, that is Easter Thursday. So we'll definitely get that done Easter Thursday because I'm going to get it done beforehand and just let it sit on the computer. So when it's ready to upload, it's done. Yeah. because that way we can focus on Easter project or projects, depending on what I decide to make, closer to Easter, yeah? Why? Because you're the queen of crochet. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that. Throw it at me, but don't hit me because I might cry. No. So some people have been quoting on that silly video I did. I did that just to fill in time because Tuesday I was supposed to upload some Paddy's Day project. And I didn't. Oh, by the way, if you want to make some Paddy's Day project, you need a very small amount. I don't know, 3 grams, 5. I don't know. It's so tiny. You need a small amount and you will need to use either, I'm using an 8-ply DK weight, 3-weight cotton. Okay. If you want to use a 4-weight, it might be slightly bigger and it's up to you. You decide. But I'm only using a 3-weight cotton and it's or an 8-ply or a DK weight, whatever you want to call it, with a 3.5 millimeter hook to keep it nice and tight. And that's only just to keep it tight. Yeah. If you want to use a 4-ply, light 2-weight, very light 2-weight cotton for that project, and when you see it, you'll know what I mean. Use the 4-ply, but don't use, like our 4-ply calls for a 3 millimeter hook. Use a normal 3 millimeter hook. Don't use a 2.5. Don't go smaller like we're doing with the 8-ply. And when you see it, you'll know what I mean. So that's going to happen on Friday. Our blanket will happen tomorrow. And then next week will be a whole new week with 4 packs here, 3 or 4 packs here of colors of yarn that you guys on Saturday will choose for Live Antics. One person on our live will choose the pack that we're going to create on our very next tutorial next week. It's very, very exciting. I do need to check what we still have left. I think it's in the other book, to be fair. Oh, no, it's in here. It's in here. Oh, wait, we do have, we have more baby gear to make. We have the baby beanie, a baby outfit of some sort. We have a small baby blanket. That's going to have to be put on hold till after Easter. We are doing a baby blanket with our matinee outfit, if you like, if you want to call it that. But that's going to be held up till after Easter because our Easter is more important to get that out first, yeah? But we will get the baby beanie, baby outfit, and then the blanket at the back further down the track, yeah? We also have a scrap sweater. We have socks. We have the crochet challenges and the interview with me. Maybe I better put those up next week, or some of them at least. And that's about it, really, from last year's projects that we need to make. Then we're going to make whatever we need to make for this year. Geez, we're behind. We usually have them finished around February, March. We're so far behind. Having said that, the scrap sweater, I don't mind hanging on to that one because I'm waiting for our winter, which will be April. May is our autumn. We've started autumn, yeah. So April and May is autumn, and I want to make it for our winter for June and July. So straight after Easter, we'll work on the very larger projects like the sweater or the baby blanket or things like that. But we're going to wait till after Easter. I just want to get Easter done and dusted before moving on to our very next larger projects. Otherwise, everything else is just going to be the smaller projects throughout the year that we do commonly make when we're in a hurry to get things out, as you do. Okay, have I finished? I haven't. I've missed chat here. Darn, I couldn't finish the round with the yarn. Oh, here we go. I managed to finish my final project from last year before you, Mary. I know, right? So there's a lot of projects I did promise last year. We're still making them. I don't forget about them, guys. People think, oh, well, we didn't make them last year. I bet she's going to forget about them. Nope. We're going to create them throughout the year. But what I do is I create them throughout the year, but I do add other projects as well. So for those of you waiting for other projects, you're not missing out just because we want to make our projects that we missed. Yeah, you might be waiting on something totally different than what we had last year. So I do one project from last year and then one project from this year. Like, let's take for argument's sake the blanket. Let's take for argument's sake Valentine's Day. Let's take for argument's sake St. Patrick's Day. Those sort of things, yeah? So we make what we're supposed to make last year, but we also include in our tutorials what we're making for this year so you don't miss out. Everybody wins, yeah? It's always winter where Angela is. I believe you're talking about the UK, huh? Just remember the short you put, you sweet to grumpy. I know. And you know what? That was a joking version of it, but that does happen. When I'm crocheting for the first hour or 2 hours, I'm happy to be there and I'm relaxed, taking my time. And on the fourth day, I'm thinking, hurry up. I'm so grumpy. I just want it done. And I do get very mad. I do get very grumpy, especially for larger projects. You had to see me with the V-stitch blanket. I really should have recorded that because as I was going through each row, I'm thinking, what? Another row? Come on already. I'm sure I calculated this many rows. So I had to do it again, another row, and then another row, another row. Still more. What? And I was very angry with myself. You would have laughed. It's always raining in the UK. Oh, is it? Poor Angela, it's so cold there. Look, don't get us wrong, Mel, but people say Australia's always hot. It's not hot here. Melbourne's got some nasty cold weather. Melbourne's terrible weather. We've got the weirdest weather of Australia, I'm telling you. Look, in some states, it's going to be cooler because it's a cooler state like Tasmania. But if you come to Melbourne, in one day, you're thinking, oh, it's 6 degrees. It's cold. Let's put my jumper on. And then by lunchtime, it's 25 degrees. You take it off and you're wearing a T-shirt. And then by 2 in the afternoon, it's 35 degrees Celsius. So you're taking everything off. And then by 5 o'clock, it's down to 16 degrees Celsius. You put it all back on again. Melbourne's weather is shocking. I've not done straight 8 hours of crochet. I have, and I'll tell you what happens when you do it, right? Yes, making up for the last year. Had no rain last year. Oh, okay. What happens when you crochet for too long? You get distracted and you start making mistakes. I literally don't do the 8-hour stint. When I say 8 hours, I stop and have lunch and coffees and kick the cat. No, I don't. I never kick my cat. Oh my gosh. I'm so scared when I'm walking that I'm going to fall on top of her, yeah? She's so naughty. But, I stop for a break. I don't actually sit there all 8 hours. And that was just a joke, yeah? Angela, I love the rain. I don't mind rain so long as there's no wind with it and it doesn't come in every direction. I just saturate from top to toe. Even if you've got the umbrella, yeah? Yes, so so naughty. Kick the cat. No. That's so naughty. So yes, I don't do 8-hour stints. I do the breaks in between. You have to. You start making mistakes, that's the end of it. You got to get up, load of washing in the washing machine, go outside for a walk, do some gardening, take a break. You will make mistakes and then you'll kick yourself. If you've made a mistake on the 3rd row and you're right up to the 30th row and you've got 200 stitches per row, what are you going to do? Pick it up and throw it across the room like somebody else I know? No, you don't do that. I prefer rain over snow. I must admit I prefer rain, but I don't know what snow's like because I've never seen it. So I've seen it on television, in books, but I've never actually felt snow. And I'm like 110 years old. 29 to be exact. Also, another province is getting rid of daylight savings now. And if my province would, if only a province would. That's interesting. There's a lot of talk about daylight savings. They'll never get rid of it here in Australia. I would love them to get rid of it. They'll never do it. Cheers. Because Australians love their nightlife, which is okay. I don't mind it too. They like being outside, which is okay. I don't mind it. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. Did you hear that? I don't love it. And so if you have daylight saving, it's very bright during summer and you get to stay out longer, right up till 9:30 in the evening even, right? It starts to get dark around 9:30. As you get closer to autumn, like we're in autumn, I find it's getting darker by 9. We're going to have what we call Moomba here in Australia. After Moomba, they will actually change the clocks back and it'll start being dark early. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But I am looking forward to the fact that when winter comes, I can wear my sweaters, my cardigan, my crochet dress that I made last year. You know the stuff. You've seen it all. You've seen it all. Your daylight savings is coming soon. Yes, it is. That's right. It is coming. All right, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. We're a bit early. Is there anything anyone would like to discuss about any of the projects? Otherwise, I don't know. We might just call it here. We might just call it here. Is there anything anyone would like to talk about? What are you all making? What's on your hook? I should have brought my crochet in with me. Have I got anything in here I can play with? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I've got my chunky yarn, but I haven't got my hook. And I need to find the book with a pattern in it because the pattern has the information on that book. There's a sheep show details. Sheep show details this year, guys. If you don't remember, I've been advertising it a lot or promoting it a lot. They are the Friday the 17th of July, Saturday the 18th of July, Sunday the 19th of July. I'm already booked at one of the hotels there. I'm ready to just drive up there first thing in the morning Friday, and I leave really early in the morning. I get there at 9 and I spend my first 2 hours running from all my favorite stands and getting what I need. Then I take my time and walk around. That's what I do. April the 5th, daylight savings ends. Oh, well, it's such a long way, isn't it, Raylene? Not that I'm complaining. I was hoping to finish a 12-step transition blanket before starting this year's annual project. Melbourne is a mixed bag. Yes, it is fluffs. Actually, I think Adelaide's is not that much different. It's very similar to Melbourne, isn't it? You're from Adelaide, I think. Is it very similar? For you, it's this Sunday. Oh, is it? Oh, okay, that's good. It's good. Yes, so Sheep Show, 17th of July, 18th of July, 19th of July. Be there or be square. You must. Now, there is another activity happening in May. I will let everyone know. It might be June. I don't know when, but I will let everyone know when that's happening. And I always go to that every year as well. That happens at the Coburg Town Hall in Melbourne here, which is about, 15 minutes drive, 12 minutes, depending on the traffic. Usually it's a lot busier now. I've noticed that place gets a little busy. So I'll be going to that one. Is that for all Canada? Oh, that's a good question to ask, Raylene. I didn't know that. Cheers. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Come on, let's see if Middle knows. Middle, do you know? Cheers. All right. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about today. I can't think of anything else to discuss. Oh, what's on my table? Let's see what's on my table. No. Nothing here. Nothing here. No. Oh, yes, there is something. Oh, but I can't remember what it was called. I better not promote it yet. Oh, yeah, I do remember it now. My friend, one of my crocheter and knitter friends, gave me this nostopine to show you how to use it with your yarn. And poor lady's probably waiting for me to give it back, and I haven't. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Nostopine, fine, not sure. I will work out how to use it, and I will do a small tutorial on it, and you can use it to wind a little bit of yarn on. So if you've got a small amount of yarn you want to use, then you can wind it on that. And there you go. So that's coming up as a separate tutorial in itself. It might be a short. It might be added to winding up balls of yarn, like a whole session on how to wind up balls of yarn, because I use this in the blanket on how to use one of these. on our annual project. That is used in part 3 of our annual project. You don't need them. It was just something I used to show you that you can use them. Otherwise, you can use a piece of cardboard to wind your yarn. You will need some yarns, some threads attached. There will be threads attached to your work and sitting there throughout the year. All right, just know that will happen. Yeah. So either you wind your ball up in a ball of yarn, you wind it on one of these nostopines, which I'll show you eventually. You wind it up on one of those little windy things. Whatever you do, put it on a piece of cardboard. I show you how to use a piece of cardboard in that tutorial as well. So you don't just know how to do that. And that piece of cardboard came from my cat's whiskers food. I showed you the whiskers in front. And then I cut it and showed you what I did. Cut a little slit there, and then wound some yarn. So you don't have to have all these fancy gadgets. You can use whatever it is you want to use. Yeah. For those provinces that have, my son lives in Vancouver. Oh, he lives far away, doesn't he? Oh, decided that they will be spring forward to leave. Yes. Have a good night, Mary. Oh, you're going, are you, Angela? I'll catch you soon, darling. I've done many hours with crochet thread. Now I have to wear as brace as I've damaged my thumb at back. Be careful, everyone. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. I use that, says Margaret. You use this guy, do you, Margaret? Hi, Margaret. Lovely to see you here. I use the center of a paper towel to wind wool. Yes, you can use anything you want. I was going to buy one of these, and my friend says, would you use it? I said, no, I just want to show them how to use it on the channel. And she said, well, then use mine and then give it back when you're ready. And I feel really bad because she gave me this last year sometime. So I've got to get a tutorial done, put it aside, and then just take this back to her and then upload it when we get a chance. Because she's been waiting a long time, poor girl. Anyway, that's a nostopine, and you can use that to wind yarn, and then you take it off there and you've got a center pull. Okay, so like I pull the center yarn from the center of my yarn, you can actually hold your thread up here, wind it up. When you take that off like that, you can have your center pull. So it works really well for a small ball of yarn. So let's say you've wound it up like this. Here we go. You've wound up like that. Yeah. And this is still big, so it's not bad. I can still use it, right? I can still pull the thread out from there. But let's say you end up with a small ball like that. You're not going to use it right then. Wind it up with your nostopine, which I'll show you how to do. Pop it in a bag and leave it until you're ready to use it. So still use a center pull. Why do we do center pull with our crochet and our knitting? Is because it helps with tension. When you've got a ball of yarn and you've wound it like that, and you pull at it, the ball is flying all over the place. And when you pull at it, you're tightening that stitch that's on your hook or your needles, yeah? So you're tightening that stitch. You don't realize you're doing it. It's because a ball of wool is pulling at it. So then you start and your work looks like this sometimes because the tension is not there. You want to keep the tension the same all the way through. So if you have it center pull, you're just going like that. You don't have to pull and carry on. Unless I wouldn't do this, wind yarn that's very fluffy. If it's a fluffy yarn, specifically made to be fuzzy, not one that's you've used and then it's gone fuzzy, specifically made to be fuzzy, I can't remember what they're called now, my brain's got a mental blank, don't wind that yarn because that will just get all caught up. Yeah, be careful. All right, where are we? Yes, I'm 7p to part 50 on middles your blanket. Yes. Okay, pattern change happening then. Yes. No, we have 1 season per day, not 4. We have 4, sometimes 5, depending on the situation. And Mary, you said achoo right when I was going to say, I know, right? But don't, like I said, don't get a shock one day when you see a little bit of achooing on the channel. What is that thing? This is called a nostopine. I don't know if I'm saying it right. A nostopine. You add your thread there. You wind over your thread or your yarn. Then you take it off your product and you've got a center pull. I'm going to show you how to do that properly with a tutorial top-down view. It's a little bit hard to do it this way. I'll show you how to do it with a top-down view. And if you don't have one of these, like Margaret said, you can use a paper towel roll holder. You can use whatever you have in stock. Any round, I don't know, a rolling pin, although rolling pins are quite wide, so I wouldn't use those. But something that's thin enough, you can take it off and you can still have that center pull. And it keeps your tension nice and neat. That's it. So I just took that out the other day because I promised I'd give this back to the lady and I still haven't done it. She's such a nice lady. She means so much to me and I just keep forgetting. Looks like what you use to do hand spinning. Yes, it does. It looks very interesting to that. Yeah. I'm sure you can use it for hand spinning and other things as well. I don't know. All I do is crochet. That's all I do. Oh, no, I can knit, but I don't do that very much. I've actually used a 15mm hook as a winder. Yes, a 15mm hook would go so well. Thank you, Margaret. Good idea. Even that would go well. No worries. I'll be back tomorrow so you can let me out of the loop. You guys, cheers, everyone. All right. Quick update one more time, and then I think I'm going to head off. I want to thank everyone for joining us here today. We're going to have our blanket part 3 tomorrow. Get excited. We're going to have our St. Patrick's Day project on Friday. We are going to start all our other projects next week. We'll talk about that on Saturdays live. Get excited. There will be live antics on Saturday right there. You will get either 3 or 4 packs of yarn, whatever project is in that yarn when I open the pack. If you let me open the pack and you want to even know what the project is, I'm happy to tell you on this week's live antics only. Normally, I don't have the project. I don't tell you what the project is. But I think because it's one of our past projects and we really need to make it, I think we'll pop the project in it. If we open up the pack and there's no project in it, it's not a past project. All right, just know that. Otherwise, it just depends on what I wind up Friday night. Whatever yarn I wind up Friday night, if I get something from here, get excited. If I get something from here, get excited. If I get something from down there, also get excited. It's too easy, yeah? All right, thank you very much for joining us here today. My name's Mary. This is Crochet Designs, and I will see you Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Marry that up with your country for our Saturday mornings live. There we go. The chat seems to be running slow. Well, we're heading off now. Anyways, fluffs, I'll see everyone Saturday morning. Ciao for now. Try to be good, yeah? Bye all. Bye.